What's up everybody, ViscountKdub here, and Gauntlet number 40 is clear for a landing. Next we sink our talons into the Prime Cup Birdkeeper Team. But before that gets off the ground, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all things Gauntlet and more. And now, let's meet the team. Birdkeepers, if you didn't already know, specialize in flying type Pokemon. Interestingly, they only have normal flying types in the Color and Metal games, but the sky's the limit in the Stadium titles. Here they have different dual flying types, which really adds to their variety and battle potential. So, good start there, Adam. Still, this is another textbook team, so of course they'll share similar weaknesses. Electric, ice, and rock attacks are prevalent across the board, and dealing with them will be a matter of choosing the right Pokemon for the job at the right time, and or charging at the thread beak first and hoping for the best. Let's hope it doesn't come to that too often, and let's see what this flock is packing. Hey, the Drake is back! Love the Drake. Bird number 1 is Charizard. I'm gonna keep this short since he's becoming a regular here. So basically once his attack is built up, his speed and power with the Miracle Berry make him quite the imposing general. I'll be primarily using him for rock and electric types, but his stats stack up so well that he'll be a frequent flyer in any battle really. It's good to have a pseudo dragon along for the ride. Also returning is Gligar, and if you don't use the one with Earthquake from Stadium 2, you might end up with a crappy poison set like Adam here. Gligar is an invaluable asset against electric types, even Lantern, since he outspeeds him. Surprisingly, he can handle physical attackers fairly well too with Counter. He's the slowest member, so the Quick Claw will help him keep him airborne. He may not be a bird per se, but this guy is the secret glue that holds this team's feathers together. Also returning from Pokemaniac Pedro's team is Ace, the Aerodactyl, and he's definitely one of the biggest threats our team could ever face, should the computer choose to use him. The reasons being his speed is off the charts, and coupled with that terrifying attack stat, it's no wonder Adam also made him a powerhouse. The bottom line is, Ancient Power has the potential to destroy this team, like every member. Goodness help us if the opponent gets the boost. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I get to use this dinosaur, and he's amazing. But taking down 2 of them won't be an easy mission, should anything else face it. Gee, foreshadowing much? Alright, returning all the way back from the very first Gauntlet is Dalton, my Fearow. Fearow is primarily offensive, dealing out heavy drill pecks and even stab hyper beams when the situation calls for it. Plus, he's got great speed to go with it. He's built differently from Dodrio for the reason that he has better defenses, so Substitute and Leftovers suit him better. So in that case, Dalton will be reserved for the more technical battles for when charging in is a bird-brained idea. Bird number 5 is Murkrow. No, that's it. He'll just be there. I'm telling you right now, I won't be using him after one battle. Almost anything can flick this tiny bird away and make it faint in one hit. Sure, it knows Drill Peck. Sure, it's a dark type. Sure, its stats are pretty good offensively. So what? He's outclassed by the others and simply isn't needed here. Unfortunately, this is round 1, so every team has a black sheep. Sorry, Murkrow, it wasn't meant to be. Following up that disappointment is the redeeming super bird Dodrio. He's shiny, okay? I couldn't resist. This guy's moveset is super simple. Charge and peck until it gets tired. From there, the Restock combo and a Mint Berry increased his longevity, giving this triple bird sweeping potential. In practice, he really is a great attacker, but his defenses are weak, and switching out is limited for this flying type team, so sometimes charging in for massive damage is the best plan. If a team ever had a sacrifice bunt, it's this guy. And with that, the coop is ready for takeoff. On with the Gauntlet! Alright, let's kick off the Gauntlet in the Poke Cup Pokeball against Bugcatcher Nelson. And yeah, it's a team of birds going up against a team of bugs. This couldn't be any easier. And incidentally, this is the only time you're ever going to see Fortunato in this run. He's just that weak. He can be flicked away by pretty much any attack. He does have decent attack though, I'm not going to discount that. The Drill Peck is nice to have. Especially when it crits. But yeah, if his evolution came earlier, like in Johto, you know, maybe Honchkrow could have been useful here. But as it stands, as he drills the daylights out of Caterpie, the Psychic types we do face usually have a way of dealing with a Dark type or a Flying type. Like they'll have Ice Punch or even Blizzard or Surf or Thunder Punch. It doesn't matter. Anything can take down this little bird. Goodbye, Venonat. And goodbye, Fortunato. I don't know. There's just not much use for him on a team that's just all power. There's not much strategy to this team overall. And it's not like we have anything else to switch to either. Gligar maybe. But not for Bruce. His pure water type team is something that sort of is a wake-up call. It's an early wake-up call. We can't bring Charizard, Aerodactyl, or Gligar. So we have to rely on our normal types. So yeah, Dalton's going to take on Poliwhirl. We'll Drill Peck early so he doesn't use Belly Drum. Or so it's not successful. Perfect. Yeah, you'll never recover. Alright. Poliwhirl is down. Seal, on the other hand, actually does have ice moves. Let's just hope we can get through with the Drill Peck. We didn't. And, oh, it used a safeguard. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, another obstacle. Water types with ice moves. There are a fair amount of them in this run. Alright, Staryu. Low HP. Ah, critical hit. It's done. Too easy. We got a lot of power in our corner. And yeah, for comedic effect, I brought Murkrow. I knew I wouldn't need him. Battle 3 is against Hiker Chester. And thankfully, we have 3 Pokemon that can use Earthquake. 3 flying types that use Earthquake. What a rarity. This Gligar is so fun to use. It is so worth the stadium prize. I don't even know how he earthquakes the ground with the little claws and the little tail. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it feels like he should have a ground move, and Earthquake was the only one that he could have. Maybe it could learn Mud Slap too, but I don't know. He needed something to use that other typing. Now Phanpy does have some defense to it. See how much an Earthquake is? It has a leveled advantage as well. Okay, halfway. That'll make it 2 more Earthquakes. No crit. Double rollout. It's just the wind. We didn't feel a thing. You got me! Yeah, we're flying circles around you. Come on. High horn. Okay. Earthquake. Yep. A lot of damage. He's just going for rollout. And we end this. No problem at all. Why does this Rhyhorn have the King's Rock? It doesn't make any sense. Like, Rhyhorn's line, their speed is so low. You'll never get anything to flinch. Even Gligar. Okay, Battle 4 is against Super Nerd Clifford, and I'd say this is where things would get tough due to the abundant electric types, but we have Gligar. I have nothing to worry about. And of course, that's who we're going to start off with. Haunter, no problem. That might have been a Quick Claw. Hang on, Earthquake. Or it might have outsped. I don't know. Hunter, it has good stats, like just like Gengar. Okay, there we go. Porygon, 5 levels higher. That means he did not bring the Electrode. Fire and Earthquake. Wow, that did a lot more than I thought. Swagger, you're really gonna power me up? Whatever. We'll tough it out. Now, one thing about Gligar is interesting is that it actually has good defense itself. See, that's a stab tri-attack from Porygon. Usually does a lot, but no, like, it only did like 30 damage. Get past Confusion. Powered up Earthquake is way too much for it. Right. Flaffy comes out, or is it Fluffy? Anyway, it's Gonzo. I wonder if the whole people in the crowd are like feeling the earthquakes and the heat from the infernos and whatnot, and the fissures and all that, or the sandstorms, you know. Kind of funny. The circumstantial not evidence, damage. Okay, Beauty Alyssa. This is where things start to get tough. Because what I didn't count on her bringing is her Corsola. And that's who she starts with. Now on top of that, she has an Attract team. And we have all males, she has all girls. I have nothing good to switch to. I mean, I could switch to Aerodactyl. In fact, that's what I am going to do. It's my only option. Goldrio won't survive long. However, what I should have done is just let it take the Attract hit. Now, another thing that complicates this is that Corsola has the Quick Claw. So now it's faster than Aerodactyl sometimes. And it's using Ancient Power, so it might get a boost. And we're attracted. A multitude of problems. Quick Claw again. Ancient Power crit! Ouch! And attracted again. Wow. Okay, we need at least one hit here. Okay, we got Earthquake. Will it crit? No. It's definitely not enough, but he did his job. 3 Ancient Powers. That's rough. Attract, man. Sometimes it works. It really works. And sometimes it backfires. No Quick Claw. Double Edge. Let's go. Yep. No problem. Alright, Snubble, we're just gonna charge through. It does have some defense, so we just want to make sure this is a knockout. Alright, got Snub Buddy. Kinda like his name though. It's a cute name. Okay, Chansey. I probably should have just used Double Edge, but I wanted to see how much Drill Peck would do. And it almost does it in. It probably wasn't range. We're asleep. Sleep Talk. Rest. And Attract. That was what I was waiting for. So now we can just switch to Drake and let him finish things off.
Showdown appears to be coming to an end. They prepare for battle. The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball. Oh, is weak. Now is the time to attack. There's the attack.
Alright. Nice win, no problem. Charizard is the only Pokemon on our team that can actually tank an ice attack. Nice hit. Nice hit. So yeah, the Pokeball Division does have some punch. It just happens in the middle of it. Doesn't really happen much else. Much elsewhere. Like Battle 6 against the Burglar, he does not have the Guillotine Gligar this time. And funny enough, we can't really deal with Gligar without using a Fire type. Like super effectively, or I don't know, surefirely. Okay, let's just go for Ancient Power, see what we get. Okay, nothing. Steal my Paralysis Cure Berry, whatever. Let's go for Fire Blast. Okay, it did about 60. So that means the next one will knock out Gligar. Wow, it's one of those rare times where the computer's nicknames actually is the normal name. Look, Gligar is Gligar. And actually, in the book, he's labeled Glyglar. Like Burglar, Glyglar, like Perslar, you know. The L was missing in the game. So maybe that was a typo. Or maybe it's my game that has a typo. I don't know. No boost from the Ancient Power. Take a Screeched Shadow Ball. Okay, critical hit. One more. And it's Houndour. Perfect. Go, Ace, go. Houndour's gone. So, that means we're moving on to the semifinal in this string of easy battles. I know it's the opening cup, but hey, we gotta do it. I'm legit. Border Claude should be where things like start to slow down because he uses Icy Wind on most of his Pokemon, so that reduces a little bit of speed. Some of them know Surf, so making use of Drake is going to be difficult. Use of flying types in general is going to be difficult. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to charge through. I know I'm overthinking this. But we'll bring Goldrio because he can at least recover. Sneasel's good, but we're faster. Yeah, a lot of damage. Stab Ice Punch. Not as bad as I thought. Now we get the Pokeball. Alright, Vaporeon. A ton of HP. We'll Giropike first. That means a double edge will do it. And yeah, that Icy Wind really, really hurt. We're still going to be faster, so let's just use double edge and tap out. Did its job. Yeah, we're not outspeeding Tauros, and it'd be silly to just think about switching. If I had Ace, I would switch. That's okay. He took one for the team. Fresh Fearow. All nice and blue. kind of funny. In the game, he doesn't look blue. He actually looks like yellow, if I remember right. Or purple. I don't know. Hyper Beam! Alright. Yes, it does. So, we've lost 2 Pokemon now in the Poke Cup Pokeball. That is not something I stay often. And maybe it is. Teams aren't all that great. Once we get to the mid to high teams, then they start to get more balanced and better. Like the Hypnosis team from Cool Trainer Floria from the Prime Cup, that's going to be a good team. Or at least better than this one. Alright, we do have a Raichu, so just in case, we have Gligar. Smeargle, that's fine. Let's give it Ancient Power. Whoa, we got the stat boost already. We can take a Seismic Toss, no problem. But no, we are pretty much well equipped to handle the rest of his or her Mason's team. It's pretty ambiguous what their gender is. Alright, Slowpoke. Well, we can keep using Ancient Power, why not? Excellent. No double boost, but maybe we're protected against the Surf. Not if it crits. Sorry, Ace. Oh, that's too bad. I think he got robbed. Yep, okay. We're doing this. Charizard against Slowpoke. Go Earthquake. Almost. The slow line is actually pretty bulky. Alright. Goodbye, Pokenza. This makes 3 Pokemon we've lost in the Poke Cup Pokeball. Alright, Clefable is a special user. Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, has everything my birds don't like. Going strong with Fire Blast, decent damage, Ice Punch. No freeze. Let's end this. Alright. Birdkeeper Adam, conquering the Poke Cup Pokeball. All too easy. It seemed like a simple tournament, but there's still stuff to talk about. Let's analyze the run. Okay, so we're already seeing some foreboding things here. Adam's team can't last long against water and rock users. We lost 3 members, and that's mainly due to the fact that switching out isn't really an option. They're constantly under fire, so changing Pokemon will have to be done strategically and sparingly. Not to mention that we basically have only 5 members due to Murkrow's utter uselessness. Nevertheless, a win is a win, and this Gauntlet's barely off the ground. Join me in the Great Ball Division, winging off next time. I'm ViscountKdub, thank you for watching, subscribe for more Gauntlet, and keeping birds is tough business. Mad respect, Adam, but after what happened with my parakeet, let's just say I'm a dog person for life. See you next time.